Okay, I wasn't planning on making videos, but I'm back from vacation now, and I've come out for a quick look about in my area to see what I can find. And I've been finding some cool things, so I'm going to try and make some quick short videos. We've seen these guys before. Stropharia rugoso annulata. I'm probably not going to link the video, but you can just look it up. There's a video about Stropharia in this very spot, actually. Some things that I did not film were a Boletes, which is pretty cool, and I kept a sample of. Some Pluteus, some Lacrymaria, Lacrymabunda. It's all these fun names. They're over there, but I'm not going back and I'm not going to film them. So you're just going to see what I get from now on. My goal was actually to make it to my hotspot for Boletes reticulatus, because I've had my fill of chanterelles and I've still got chanterelles to eat. I could go look for more chanterelles, but I thought I would look for Boletes reticulatus and other boletes that should be popping up now after the rain. But this is some prime specimen for my breakfast, probably. Hello, boys. This spot hasn't been very fruitful for Stropharia for the last 2 years, or a year and a half maybe, because they haven't laid down new wood chips. But they are still growing in some spots, and they've migrated to the grass. This one's being munched by a slug. They've migrated to the grass in some spots and still taking over some of the non-colonized wood chips. I've seen a bit of a succession though, like obviously as the wood chips get older and they don't get replenished, different species come along. So last year we saw a lot of Agrossaby, and then now we're starting to see a lot of Pluteus, and kind of makes sense because they are like generally secondary decomposers, maybe even third or fourth, after other species have already decomposed what they can eat, and then another species comes along and decomposes what they can eat. Lovely, huh? I'm just riding along on my bike looking for fungi, and this one's pretty common along this little strip. It's actually where I ride to work, and I'm pretty sure that it's Lactarius acarimus, but maybe it's Lactarius cinereus, and I should check with the microscope. I've scratched the gills there. We've got a black rider. Scratch the gills. We've got some white latex, and I think this one will dry to yellow, or it'll dry to a browny colour. If it turned bright yellow, that's another one, and I forget the name. But I mean, these probably don't turn up in Australia, but maybe you would confuse them with Lactarius deliciosus until you turn them over. And of course, if you taste these, they're very bitter, spicy, sort of horrible. Saw something else here, and it's just an Onosabi. Or Inosperma maybe. One of the ones that you probably don't want to bother trying to eat, because it'll make you very sick, potentially. I'm on this edge of the Plusson here, and it's likely that there's been soil brought in, or very heavy clay soil brought in to keep the water. Now, I suspect that's probably why I find these particularly rare clay-loving species along this stretch of comes a person of Plusson in the middle of an area where you don't normally find those species. And so this is one of them that you don't really find anywhere around here. And these people are going to get whatever. So it's a bolete species. It's mycorrhizal wood tree. It's not an edible species. It's quite horrible to taste. So that should be enough. It's got a cool colour sometimes. It smells reasonable. But if you taste this bolete, it's very, very bitter. Oh. You're just going to have to deal with that stupid camera angle just for whatever time. And you can see there where I've touched it, gluing. And if I scratch the paws, it'll also glue anywhere except for the cap. And and you should have an immediate bluing for the whole part of the flesh, and you'll get like some beetrooty colours in the base, maybe some pink through the centre where the bugs have eaten it. I'm not going to taste this. I'm not desperate enough. But I said this was a rare bolete. It's not really a rare bolete. It's just not really common in this area. In other areas that I go to, it's very common, especially like along the Vecht and the Rhine, any of the rivers that are icy, I think, that are more clay in those areas. Some more of the Halo Boletes with radicans. Nice example here. All clustered together. They could, I guess, from the top be confused with the Rubro Boletes. They're a bit bone white on the cap at times. Okay, so we found what we're looking for. We're roadside at the moment, and these ones are a bit mature, so I'm just going to leave them be. But we'll find more. Only thing is, it's getting dark, and probably running out of light. So a better one for somewhere. No, not going to waste time. It's definitely getting better. Got some real stonkers here, and that one's pretty solid, but the light is fading. So I'm going to bid you farewell.